Hi, and welcome to Best in Tesla. The Tesla semi-truck has unfortunately been postponed to 2021 because of this outbreak. That is very sad because when this truck is coming out, it is going to be a big deal, both for the world and of course for Tesla's business. Because this truck has huge potential both for the environment and for the transportation industry and will make billions of dollars for Tesla. Because no one in the rightful mind will buy anything else in the future than a Tesla Semi. But Tesla might also have an even bigger ace up their sleeves that they have never talked about yet. Let's check it out and let's dive right in. Trucks. They are everywhere and are one of the most used ways to transport goods. And trucks move more than 70% of all goods transported around the United States. That far surpasses trains, boats, and air when it comes to moving cargo around the nation. Most grocery stores would run out of food in just 3 days if long-haul truckers stopped driving. In 2018, the American Trucking Associations released a statement saying that the industry needed to hire almost 900,000 more drivers to meet the growing demands put on the industry. This might be a bit overblown. Many in the industry have said it might be about 100,000 truck drivers they will need in 5 years' time, but either way, the demand is definitely rising and we need more trucks and truck drivers. And maybe Tesla can help with this in the future, as we will get back to in a minute. But this is a huge business and it's only getting bigger. But the trucking industry is not just a big business that makes a lot of money, but it's also making a lot of pollution. Trucks alone in the USA contributes to 23% of the greenhouse gas. So they are not so green and are a big part of the climate problem. But many companies don't care about the environment, but all of them care about money. And any company not buying a Tesla semi-truck will regret it when they see the companies that do buy a semi-truck and see the mountains of money they're saving on having an electric truck instead of a diesel truck. Tesla's own estimates on the savings of an electric semi-truck is about $200,000 a year in fuel and maintenance. Even though this might be a bit optimistic, I really don't know, but even if you save only half of that, like $100,000 a year, but you have a fleet of 100 trucks, it's going to be like $10 million of savings in a year. And this is if we are not optimistic about the savings. But there are definitely a lot of savings to be had since the average professional long-haul trucker is driving more than 100,000 miles per year. Every company is going to want this truck, and you will get a much safer truck, as Elon showed on the unveiling, and a truck that is much easier to drive, easier to maintain, and get the job done faster because the truck can go faster, like it can go up a 5% grade at 65 miles an hour, where a normal diesel truck can only go 45 miles an hour up a 5% grade. Meaning it will get the job done 50% faster if the route is over the Rockies or something like this, which eventually means earning 50% more if the route is through the mountains. And the semi-truck is going to have a lot of safety features, including the Tesla metal glass windscreen, of course, which hopefully Tesla has fixed by then.
Oh my fucking god.
And every truck comes standard with full self-driving computers, cameras and radars and so on. And this is going to be a huge advantage for the semi-truck because a normal truck driver can only drive about 4 to 9 hours a day depending which country you're in, but a full self-driving semi-truck will be able to drive all the time except from when it needs to charge. And in theory, it would be able to charge at the place it drops off and picks up goods. It doesn't need to get off-road and find a gas station unless it has to go really, really long. And Elon said it should be able to charge 400 miles of range in just 30 minutes at the mega chargers that Tesla is building. And the truckers have to stop for 30 minutes every 6 hours anyway. And now they can just plug it in, go get a bite to eat, and they don't have to stand there waiting for the huge truck to get filled up with diesel that can take up to 15 minutes, where they will also breathe in a lot of nice diesel fumes. And the mega charging network Tesla is building, Elon also said they will build these mega charging stations with solar and Tesla batteries. So this will also be a big deal for the environment, and you can be pretty sure what your price of charging is going to be. So this is pretty cool and a really big deal. And the amount of goods we need to move is getting higher and higher. And that is why countries need more and more truck drivers. But full self-driving will, of course, again take care of all this, and maybe earlier than people expect, because Elon did mention in the presentation of the semi-truck that they would make some kind of convoy driving, where there will only need to be one driver for like 3 trucks. So one truck driver is going to drive the truck in front, and 2 other trucks will just follow the first truck. Elon said back in 2017 that they could actually already do this at this point in time with the technology they already had. So maybe we will see this feature before we get to full self-driving. And the saving of convoy driving is even better than normal driving. It is going to beat even rail, Elon said.
The convoy technology, the tracking technology, this is something that we are confident we can do today 10 times safer than a human driver. So I want to be clear, this is something we can do now. Now if you look at the economics of a truck convoy, it gets way better. Now a diesel truck is twice as expensive as a Tesla Semi. What this means is it's not just economic suicide to use one diesel truck, it's economic suicide for rail. This beats rail.
But even before the semi full self-driving is available, it will become much easier to become a truck driver. Because a Tesla semi-truck will be easier to drive. Since there's no gears and all these buttons, it is as easy to drive as a Tesla car. So you will sit safely in the middle of the truck and control the whole truck from 2 giant screens, compared with the mess of a normal diesel truck. Which one would you rather drive? And if you buy the Tesla semi-truck in 2021, I definitely think Tesla will have solved the full self-driving by the lifetime of the truck you just bought in 2021. Since the Tesla semi-truck will be made to last for 1 million miles, where your normal diesel truck has an average life expectancy of 6 years or about 750,000 miles. So your semi-truck will be going strong even in, let's say, 2026, and I do believe we will have full self-driving at that point, and all you have to do is get an over-the-air update, and your very, very good electric semi-truck just became a full self-driving electric semi-truck. If you're buying anything else and the full self-driving comes along, you have to buy a whole new truck. And that one, with full self-driving, is not going to be cheap. And the market for the semi-truck is huge. In 2029, just over 500,000 heavy-duty trucks were sold to customers in the United States alone. Worldwide, we're talking about millions of heavy-duty trucks. Tesla said the price for the semi-truck will start at $150,000 for the model that have 300 miles of range and $180,000 for the 500 mile range. Even though Tesla actually have found out in their test of the semi, it is getting closer to 600 miles of range than 500. That's pretty cool. And the price of this semi-truck is actually cheaper than the cost of a Waymo taxi car that costs $250,000, and this truck can also drive itself in the future. This is a very good price for this truck with these many savings, and eventually is going to save you the cost of the truck driver as well. Tesla will make the semi-truck in two sizes, a big heavy-duty truck and a medium truck, but they do not have a light truck like a van just yet. But that could change in the future. We all know the Cybertruck already has over 650,000 pre-orders. Imagine if Tesla made a cyber van, what this would do. In the US alone, there are more than 12 million light trucks sold every year compared to over 3 million pickup trucks sold every year. So the light truck market is even bigger than the pickup truck market, where Tesla already have 650,000 pre-orders. And if Tesla made a cyber van or a light truck that can drive over 1 million miles, doesn't dent, doesn't rust, and doesn't really need much maintenance, and in maybe not so far future doesn't even need a chauffeur, this light truck could be an even bigger business than the heavy-duty truck. That could be one of Tesla's biggest aces up their sleeves if they would make a truck like this in the future. When of course they have the battery capacity and a gigafactory to make them. This is of course not in the near future they will be able to make all these trucks, because they need a lot of batteries for all these trucks. Even the big semi-truck with 500-mile range is going to use about 10 times as many batteries as there is in a Model S P100. So Tesla needs a lot of batteries to be able to come out with something new like this. And of course, the Model 2 we are all waiting for as well. But what all these electric semi-trucks and light trucks will do for our climate is almost indescribable, since trucks alone stands for 23% of the greenhouse gas in US alone, and on a global scale this is really going to matter. And at the same time we will get more and more electric cars, pickup trucks and so on. This will be a big deal for our planet and a big step closer to Tesla's mission to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. So not only is this semi-truck going to be a huge savings for the trucking companies, it is also made to be a better and safer truck in every way. So why would anyone buy a diesel truck in the future? It will simply not make sense not to buy an electric truck. Of course, there are going to be other electric trucks than the Tesla Semi, but I do think that with all the advantages Tesla has with their batteries and know-how in the EV world, combined with the solar and battery business and the knowledge of making a great charging infrastructure, I do think Tesla semi-truck will be the best and probably the cheapest choice on the market. And Tesla will make billions in the trucking industry. But what do you think? Are the semi-truck going to be a big deal? Do you think that Tesla will ever make a light truck or a cyber van? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell if you're not already a subscriber. I come out with videos like this all the time, and I have a news episode every Sunday about Elon Musk, Tesla and everything in between. And as always, a big shout out to my Patreons that helps make this channel possible. Thank you so much guys, it really means a lot. If you also want to support this show, head over to patreon.com/BestInTESLA and check out the perks you can get over there. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care out there and be nice.